best middle seat to get. Because there are times where people just won't give me enough surface area to actually sit down comfortably in the middle seat. They'll take both armrests, and all I'll have are, imagine sitting in a flight, guys, and you're just like this. You're like this. You can't even put your arms down. Let me hit you with that young full screen, all right? So you're sitting down. Put this camera down too, man. So you're sitting down, right? Sitting down, and it's like you don't have access to this because somebody is like this. He's sitting down and he's like this, just straight up flexing, making sure that if you put your arm there, he doesn't let you move his arm. These people are jerks, man. And window seat's the best, by the way. I just wanted to put that out there. I hate when people say that they think aisle is good. When I sit in aisle, all right, let's run it back. When I sit in aisle, I'm about to hit you with the young armrest. I sit in aisle, here it is. Nope, you didn't. There it is. Armrest, right? As I get the armrest, somebody will come by and knock my hand. They'll hit me. They'll hit this as they walk by. Water, pretzels, they just hit me. This cart comes by, it'll just hit me. Because sometimes I guess because my arm, if it's like this, it'll just like, they'll walk by and they'll hit me. When they end up hitting me, I wake up. I can't get enough sleep. Sometimes I want to get sleep when I get these flights, you know? What if I attend an event and I stay up all night? That's my problem. You're right. But what if I stay up all night because I don't want to miss my flight and sleep on the flight? If I do that and I sleep in an aisle seat, it's trash. I actually think middle seat is second tier. I think it's top tier window seat, and then I think high tier is definitely middle seat. The reason for that is because even though middle seat can suck, if the people you're sitting next to, see, I shouldn't put the hypothetical if, but the usual etiquette is if you're a middle, you commandeer both armrests around you. You shouldn't even dare think about grabbing any armrest adjacent to the person that's sitting in the middle if you're on window or if you are sitting in aisle. I think that's a sin, honestly. You should not do that. But there are some heathens out there that do it. And I think that it's something that probably needs to be taught at birth, you know. Probably some people just don't have appropriate, you know, they weren't raised appropriately, you know. They were born to just sit down and take whatever they see might be theirs. Hey, this is in front of me, it's mine, you know. It's the worst. But window's definitely the best. One of the reasons why window is the best is because if you're on window, even though you don't have one armrest, you only have, and even though you don't have two armrests, at least you have one. And you're closest to the window, which means you have control of whether or not the sun could bless your irises, you know, your eyes. Imagine this. You're actually sitting down on a flight, and you want to pass out. But you're in middle seat, so since you're in middle seat, the person in the window has access to the window who can decide to read a book and have natural light come through the windows. And as the natural light comes through the windows, you can't freaking go to sleep because you have light in your eyes. Even as you close your eyes, you can still feel the sun's rays burning through your eyelids, telling you to stay awake and don't even dare fathom going to sleep. Don't even think about it. Alright, my bad, man. I think I could go on and on and on, but this shows you guys how much I fly, by the way. But when it comes to flying, dude, first place definitely goes to window because you have window control. You have the opportunity to stay away from the threat of the lady that is pushing the cart up and down, asking you if you want peanuts, pretzels, and water. I think the best part is you have control to bug everybody who's in middle or on the aisle to tell them to get up so that you could use the bathroom. That is a nuisance for anybody who's in aisle and for middle seat. They basically have to do your bidding. I want to use the latrine. I need you to get up. And then what happens? They have to get up. And if they don't get up, you can also just jump over them, but more often than not, they have to get up in the middle of their sleep, in the middle of watching their movie, in the middle of listening to music, and it's connected to the screen in front of them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. At the end of the day, if you guys want to have want to be able to just go on a flight and sleep, take a window seat. It's the most comfortable. You pass out, and that's it. Yes, you have to give up one of the armrests, but at least you have one closest to the window. You close the darn window so the sun doesn't burn you when you're trying to sleep, and you pass the heck out. No one's gonna bother you over there. Middle seat, aisle seat, let them do as they please. You're in another world as a window seater. Now when you're in middle, one of the reasons why I think window is actually better than aisle is because middle forces aisle to get up as well when you need to use the bathroom. Middle is a bit closer to window. So what if window person passes out? At least you're at arm's length away to adjust the window as you see fit while window is sleeping. What if window's a jerk that loves to read his Kindle? While he reads his Kindle, he still wants the sun's freaking glares on the Kindle. When you're gonna wait till he goes to sleep, you're gonna camp that matchup out, you're gonna act like Salem on the top platform of Battlefield at 2G Gaming, or no, not even 2G Gaming, at any event that he plays in, and wait till that person goes to sleep. The moment they leave themselves open, you cut off that window because you have your arm length away, you know? Also, you don't have to have that cart bother you when you go to sleep. You know, I feel like also being able to commandeer both armrests is beautiful. I feel like by etiquette's rules, one should have both armrests. Anyway, and the last thing I wanted to talk about is when it comes to the person at the aisle seat. There are a lot of people out there that say they are big guys, right, or big girls, and they love to have the aisle seat because it allows them to stretch. Honestly, I still feel like I've seen people who are big sit down comfortably in a middle seat and a window seat. You could literally just lift the armrests up and just sit down. Yes, you might be intruding upon your fellow man or woman's space, but you know, I've seen people actually like I've seen people who are quote unquote big who are able to still sit down. I won't know exactly if it was comfortable, but they kind of had to deal with it, you know. But as far as aisle seats are concerned, I think they're the worst because I've had people bump my shoulders. I don't know if I have broad shoulders or something, but people definitely hit my shoulders. Even if I don't think that my shoulders are exposed, they hit my shoulders when they walk by, you know. And sometimes too, the ladies and men that walk by have the audacity to wake me up when I'm sleeping and ask, "Hey, do you want pretzels, peanuts, water?" And I'm like, I'm asleep. That's OD. I can't sleep. So then they would definitely wake me up, and and I'm like, no, I'm good, and I'll go back to sleep. And after I go back to sleep and try to, you know, get some rest, some much needed rest, window person wakes me up. Middle seat person wakes me up. You basically have to deal with 3 different matchups. And also, I guess you might as well call like the window being open when the sun is shooting at you New Game Plus boss character, right? Like you have to deal with all these things that are basically bothering you while you're trying to sleep. Aisle is the worst. If nobody moves at all during a flight, then aisle can actually be okay. But I'm only hitting you guys with the worst case scenario. And what worst case scenarios does window actually have? None. Everything is at your disposal. And if you need people to get up out of your way so you can go to the bathroom, all they have to do is get up and you interrupt them because you're top tier. Anyway, thank you guys for thank you guys for listening though. It's time for me to jam this boss. I think somebody struck a chord in me the moment we started talking about flights. Oh yeah, Mayday did. Mayday was like, you must hate flights. And I was like, no, I love flights. Incoming rant about flights. Phew. Here we go.